Yes, we're back at it again for another episode of Hold the Applause, and I need y'all to do that for me. Hold your applause until the end because I know how much you love viewing these videos. But today we are touching on so many different subjects, and Charleston White just happened to make his way to the PBD Podcast, and he has asked a number of questions involving the black community and what happened within the black community when it comes to drugs, when it comes to poverty, when it comes to relationships, and even baby deletions. And he has a different take on everything, as we all know. That's how Charleston White built his popularity. That's how Charleston White gained all the clout. He has a different view on a lot of things, and sometimes he says it in a way that is attention grabbing. And when I say attention grabbing, I'm talking about people get triggered so easily by what he says. Now, I kind of have been triggered in the past by something that he might have said because I was like, well, wait a minute. This isn't true, or maybe this is true, but he could have said it differently, but I see exactly why he says the things he says the way he says them. It's attention grabbing. And once you grab the attention of the people, guess what? Their ears open up and they start to listen. Because for the most part, we all know what? That most people don't listen. They don't care what you have to say. You can keep saying it over and over and over again. But until you truly grasp their attention, they're not going to listen. It's probably going to go in one ear and out the other. So, Charleston White has learned the art of retention. He knows how to make you retain the information that he gives to you. But before we continue with this video, I need y'all to do 3 things for me. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video so someone else can do the very same thing. And if they don't, then we're going to send the PBD Podcast after them. Charleston White is a very interesting character that some people love and some people hate. But whether you love or hate him, you have to listen to some of the things that he says because, for the most part, a lot of it is true and a lot of it makes sense. And what do we deal with here? Logic, right? Yes, we are logical thinkers. And so if someone is bringing logical thinking to this platform, then it's something that we need to pay attention to. So let's get into this video and find out exactly what it is their discussion led to.
But I just pulled up a number right now. Black Americans are 13% of the population, yet they account for 37% of crack users.
It was given directly to them. Cocaine was a rich person's drug. Crack is the only drug you say, hey man, I got $2, and you get your $2 hit. No other drug you can do that. The weed man don't do it, the liquor man don't do it, crack was the heroin guy don't do it. Crack was the only drug you can come with a bunch of quarters and say, man, I got $1.50. It's not a long-term high like acid or Molly. It's a short high. But the dopamine that it feeds, it what makes it so dangerous.
How do you address it at this point? How do you address it now? Like if you
just like the first the guys who created AA and NA. You don't change that method. That method has always worked and it still works today. You can't change nothing if the person don't want to change.
Can you reverse the effects of it today?
Well, yes.
How would you do it?
Well, yes and no. Because it's just like the pandemic virus was real big and they pushed us on us. Well, since 90 to 97, all you heard about was crack babies. All they showed us what crack does to a baby. Where are they now? The crack babies done grew up and had babies. Where are they babies at? What they babies doing? They're the violent ones that we see today. That's 10, 11, 12 years old. These are the violent, these are the kids we are so afraid of right now. Them crack baby kids. Then, if you want to put that on Black America, psychotropic drugs that white people been giving their white kids. ADHD medication. So, and then this is a group of children who are human detached from humanity because they're in the metaverse world. So they don't have the same compassion, the care, concern that regular humans should have because we have human attachment. They don't go outside to play. Most households, when I get my plate, I go over there, you go over there, mama in there. We don't eat together, so there's real no attachment. How How are we going to reverse that? And we don't even have connection with our own children. We can't connect with the youth now. We too busy fighting over Democrat and Republican, and we're losing our children. Not just by violence, by opioids, suicides. So how do you reverse it? It starts in the mirror. It starts in your mirror. When you come through washing your face, coming out the bathroom, you look around in your household and see if the bed is made up before you say something to your spouse. Then once you kind of pick up what you can pick up, then you start directing to your woman and your kids. Then you come outside and say, hey, how you doing, neighbor? But most people want to start in the world, in the community, in my city. Now start in your home. From the mirror.
I got you.
He actually has a point there. Charleston White does have a point, and I don't know if you understand exactly what he is saying, but it makes sense when you think about it. He's actually telling us that in order for us to fix the world, and you've probably heard this before, in order for us to fix the world, you have to first begin with yourself, the person in the mirror. We are always trying to fix everybody else. We're always trying to work on everybody else. But guess what? Here's the problem. If I'm trying to work on fixing the world and you're trying to work on fixing the world, the outside world, everything outside of us, everything outside of our households, if you're not fixing your household first, then guess what? All of us are going to be working on fixing what's out there and not what's within. So we're still going to do what? Come back to the same problems. We're always going to have the same problems. We are doomed to repeat the same issues and problems that we have in our communities because we're not fixing what's inside of our homes first. The world, you may walk outside your doorstep and the world be a beautiful place, but guess what? You don't even want to go home. Your spouse doesn't even want to go home. Your kids don't even communicate with you. And that's a lot of what's going on today. Kids aren't communicating with their parents. Parents aren't communicating with them because we are all what? We are all stuck in the social media world. That's where everyone is living now. And I've seen this coming for a while. We will all be living online soon. I say by the year 2030, everyone will be living online. Organic living will cease to desist. And when I say organically, I'm talking about interactions between human beings. It's all going to be online. This is the world that we are living in and where we're headed. And our kids are the ones who are going to have to live through this because most of us are going to be gone in a few years anyway, honestly. So our kids are doomed to live this type of life. And they're not going to know any better. Do you want to know why? Because they were born into it. And whatever you are born into, you do not know that a problem exists within it.
Yeah. That's how you fix your community. That's how you fix the world. Fix what you see in the mirror. Come out, look around the house. Fix what needs to be repaired in the house. Go outside and be neighborly. Hey, what's going on, neighbor?
Very interesting perspective. What's your opinion on Planned Parenthood?
Planned Parenthood is our new Hitler, our new Nazi group that's exterminating strictly black people. Because the founder of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, said this is solely to eradicate eugenics, to eradicate black babies. Why we still got it hanging around? It does nothing but abort babies. Most women who need prenatal care don't go there. Most black women don't even get prenatal care. They don't even know they're pregnant till 4 months in. Still high on drugs they were partying off of. So now Planned Parenthood should be banned. I was gonna say something inflammatory, but no, it should be banned because it serves no purpose and no justice to the community it claims it's serving.
Why do you think it's gotten as big as it's gotten? Who's supporting it? Because the way it's sold in a way that, you know, women's rights, it's good for women, and they have a pro-choice.
Man, you know how much stem cells they get to collect? Man, yeah, they get the whole new forms of life from these aborted embryos and fetuses. They get to do tests like lab rats on humans with no oversight. We don't know what they do with those bodies, those babies. So there's no oversight, really. They get to do what they want to do. But the originator, Margaret Sanger, this was never set up to be something good. So how can you change anything's original design if you can't go back and change the design? Why abort the babies? Why not try to find the daddy? Y'all come together, get him some resources to breathe life and keep life instead of take life. Why kill the baby? If I get mad at my dog, I can't shoot him, I can't feed him, but I can go kill my baby? You'll put me in jail if I can't feed my dog no more, kill him, abandon him, and she can go kill the baby without the father's...
Yo, it's funny because I've always thought about that too. And he actually brought a new perspective to baby deletions that a lot of women out there seem to call health care. Yeah, that is the name they are hiding behind. Health care. That's not what it is. It's baby deletions. Let's be honest. I have a story for y'all. Years ago, when my brothers had their dogs, they came and got them. Yeah, they came and took their dogs because of whatever reason it was. I forget what it was. The neighbors didn't want the dogs there. They were pit bulls. And y'all know how people see pit bulls. They're all vicious. They're all dangerous. They're all crazy. Yeah, but they weren't those types of dogs. And so they came and got, animal control came and got their dogs, right? For mistreating their dogs. And I say that to say it's crazy to me how you can get fined. You can get jail time. Matter of fact, my brothers actually got fined and did some jail time for that. You can get jail time and fined for mistreating a dog. So-called mistreating a dog now. They don't even have to actually have any proof. They don't. But you can get jail time for this, right? But a woman can definitely go down to one of those clinics and take their baby out. Crazy, right? It shows you how much we value human life. Shows you how much we value human life. And yeah, we're not going to get into the discussion of baby deletions. Not yet. Because I definitely have a strong opinion on this. And it's not to change anyone's mind, or maybe it is, because a young woman that is watching one of these videos might actually think twice about it and say, you know what? I would rather keep my baby instead of going down to one of these Planned Parenthood ovens and delete my baby, because that's exactly what they do. They cook your baby alive and they take him out of you. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. So a young lady watching this video, watching Charleston White, she might actually think twice about it and not do what it is other women are pushing them to do. And it also has such a negative effect on your body. Not to mention, Charleston is absolutely right. They get those embryos and they test them. You probably didn't even know that. They're testing on a baby that is yours, a human being. But do you care? You probably don't, because you probably had 2, 3, 4 baby deletions already, and you're going on your 5th. Despicable. It's not my place to judge, though. It's still despicable.
Consent. She didn't make the baby by herself, so our government get this woman and this organization to kill a man's baby without his permission. How can you do that? In what world is that all right? She can go do it behind my back. I ain't got, man, what if I want to keep this life? What if we killing the next president? You don't know what we taking away from the world when you do that.
Half the population disagrees with you. Why do you think that is?
Half the population disagrees with me. Because we live in a society and era but this group of Americans look at right and say right is wrong, and look at wrong and say wrong is right. I don't know how much longer we can go on, because we've never been that kind of country. Even when we got here with the forefathers, they fought over slavery. They just say, yeah, we go, no, they really fought over it. They spent days and months and years trying to put a fork. Nah, and it was people saying, nah, man, we know this ain't right. Man, it's a necessary evil. Everybody's been slaves. But man, they fought against that. America just didn't dive in and say, okay, that's what we want to do. They really fought against that. Locked themselves in rooms like they do now. Right now, they fighting over bullshit. Man, them people, they fought over that, if you really know history.
So you're saying this is something worth fighting for, and
the rights that we have, the rights that we had and we knew as children, our children would never know. So I think it's worth fighting so they can know what a summer of 1985 and 87 was like when you didn't have to worry about kids getting killed by gun violence. Never crossed nobody's mind. Man, we could walk to the mall, go here, and we never had a pervert kidnapping nobody. All the perverts was in the family. Wasn't strangers. We looking for strangers, but it's your cousins, it's your uncles, them the people that's doing it. But we looking for strangers. So, man, our kids don't know what it's like to be free and have real freedom because they exist in the metaverse world that have community guidelines that don't allow them to have free speech. So what outlet do our children have that we have where they can have freedom of expression? They can't. Everybody's offended. So yeah, these children are in the box. Like, you know, I actually read the book and saw the movie, the movie V for Vendetta. Mm-hmm. That's where we're at in America right now. We just hadn't got to the end of the movie yet.
How do you think this thing ends?
Good wins, evil loses. Yeah, love conquer hate, and then another civilization will start over again. Because this group cannot go on another 100 years. Everybody's too hateful. Everybody's too hateful. It ain't just white people, black. Everybody hate everybody. Don't like no. So only thing ain't hating is the things in nature. So I think love conquer all. There'll be a small group of Americans who really love Americans and love humans and can appreciate life after all the destruction and disasters they done seen done upon earth based on mankind, and they go live nature-free people like Tarzan.
Who's evil today? If you were to say evil, where's evil coming from?
The Bible says, and I'm just saying what's been quoted, evil exists in high places. High places and high principalities. Evil don't exist among poor people. But some of the most evil things appear to happen down off in poverty. Nah, that ain't evil. Those are conditions and circumstances that have been created not by your choice. Evil exists at the top. Evil gets to decide which military drop bombs. That's evil. The destruction and disaster that these men can cause, and they never touch a battlefield, that's evil. They're sending other people's children, that's evil. If they had to send theirs, they'll think about going to war. If they had to put on a uniform like General George Washington did, get on the goddamn horse and fight with these soldiers, Trump, all of them, they'll stop war. Now, Putin is the only one capable and has the wherewithal to be a soldier. That's why I respect him and I love him. So when I heard Trump and all these other weak politicians talking to a real killer like this man done killed people. Y'all ain't never killed them. Y'all been killing Durham. And he killed callous and cold heart. Them the leaders we need.
Killers?
For the nation. You got killer military. Your generals are killers. You train children to kill. Why can our commander-in-chief of our military be a killer? We need killers running as commander-in-chief. Let the president be vice president, but let a commander-in-chief be a military motherfucker to run this country and lead this country.
This is how it was for a long time.
I know history, and that was great America. Great America.
Meaning, when I say how it was, commander-in-chief was somebody that was in the military. Commander-in-chief.
I thought that's what they meant.
Yeah. Interesting. So you're saying you would prefer a leader at the top.
The sniper over in Iraq. I would prefer him, a person like him that done went over there and fought for this country, killed for this country, lost buddies that died for this country, and come over here and tell us what's best for this country.
You'd rather have that sniper be the president than who we have today?
Yeah.
Yo, there's a lot to unpack there, and I'm going to make it brief because Charleston touched on a lot of things, which I agreed with him at the beginning. Children now, they don't know what it's like to be free. They actually don't, and they never will, because they are confined to their devices. Yes, they are confined to their devices that they use every day. They are enslaved to these devices. They have community guidelines in these devices. In the world that they live of social media, there are community guidelines and things that you can and things that you can say, do, and post, right? So they actually don't know what it's like to create AI, with the introduction of AI, now they can just click a button and it creates it for them. So creativity is also being taken out of human society. So what are we going to be left with? Empty shells. Our children are going to be empty shells, stuck and glued to their devices, watching their devices over and over all day. That is the world they are going to live in. And with him talking about the president should be someone that was in the military, someone that fought already, that's where I have to disagree with you, Charleston, and here's why. Y'all have to understand something, right? If you have a general, someone who's been at war, someone who's seen war, someone who has deleted other people, right? It's easy for him to go to war. Do you want to know why? Now, some of y'all may argue and say, well, if he's been in the war and he's seen war and he's seen what war can do, maybe he'll think twice about. No, that's not the case. This is the reason why Putin is the way that he is. He's quick to what? He's quick to make threats, and he is quick to send his troops out to do his dirty work because he is a soldier. See, a soldier will be ready to go to war. If you say something wrong to a soldier, he'll be ready to go to war. He's not going to think twice about it because he knows what war is like. He's been in the war. He's lived through war. So he knows that it takes war sometimes to advance whatever ideas or ideology that you may have on another society. This is why Putin is doing the things that he's doing. This is why he sees the world the way that he sees it, and he threatens with what? Nuclear war, because it's easy for him since he used to be a soldier. So that's where I have to disagree with you, Charleston White. I do not see a general being a great president. I see someone who has not been in war. But now, here's where I do agree with him on, is that whoever the president is, they should have to go to war. Now, I guarantee you, a lot of presidents will what? They will decline war when it comes down to it. Because if they've never been in a war, but it is said, it is law, that the president of whatever country, especially the United States, has to be in the war and lead his troops, most of these presidents will think twice about it because they don't want to lose their lives, even though now it's easy for them to send your sons to lose their lives. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.